welcome to my channel. So this is my first video. If you want to see how I created this sort of casual everyday makeup look, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's let the transformation begin. So I'm gonna skip primer today. I just put on this Garnier Moisture Rescue Refreshing Gel Cream. This actually says right on the box that it's good to be used as a makeup base, so that's all I'm going to be using today. So we'll jump right into foundation. So today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I'm in the color 104 Golden Beige. This is actually a little bit yellow, slightly dark for me now, being the middle of the winter. None of my foundations seem to be the best match anymore. So I'm just going to start by putting this all over my face in little dots and then blending it out. I'm not really a full coverage person. I like sort of medium, sometimes even light, so I'm not going to be caking this on. Okay, I just had to run and make sure that my sponge was wet, so let's just continue putting this on. Yeah, as you can see, it's not a great match, but it will do. I should be able to blend it out enough. Okay. So I'm going to use the Real Techniques Perfecting Sponge, I think this is called. Actually, I'm just going to help by blending this out a little bit more with my finger. Just because I do find this sponge does soak up a little bit of product. However, it is the best sponge, affordable sponge that I have found as far as not soaking up too much product. So just start by blending this out. You'll notice that I don't put too much under my eyes. We'll be putting concealer there, and I just find with foundation and then concealer and then the powders on top, on me it tends to look really heavy. I do have like a little bit of texture there, so it tends to emphasize that, so I try to eliminate the foundation and just go in with the concealer and then set it. So as you can see, I mean, this is very light coverage, at least for the amount that I put on. For concealer, I'm going to go in, this is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Concealer. So I'm just going to put this under my eyes, cover up those dark circles. And again, I'm not really doing a massive under eye triangle, just trying to cover those circles and brighten it up a little bit. And a little bit on my eye, just to kind of neutralize any darkness that I have. And then tiny bit in the middle of my forehead, down my nose, and a little bit on my chin as well. And then back in with my sponge just to blend that out. Okay, now to set those areas, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. This is the caramel toffee one, but I absolutely love the yellow shade for under the eye, and then just helping to highlight those other areas. So anywhere I put concealer, I'm just going to go in with some of this. And for the rest of the face, I'm just going to very lightly set it with, where are we? The Revlon Photoready powder. This is in the shade Lift, but it's pretty translucent. And the next thing I'm going to do is start bronzing my face. So one of my favorite bronzers right now is actually the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Bronzer. There's also one, I believe it's just Light, or Light Bronzer. But this is the one that I have, and I really, really like it. It just looks so natural, at least on my skin tone, and you can build it up or tone it down as much as you want. Because I am quite pale right now, I'm not going to apply too much. I don't want to look like I'm wearing tons of bronzer. I try to get right up to my hairline. I just find it looks more natural. I notice in the past, in some photos, or just when I used to apply my makeup, I didn't really think too much about it, and sometimes you can tell where your makeup stops and your hair begins, and obviously the goal is to look as natural. Obviously people can tell that you're wearing makeup, but you want to look blended and, you know, natural. You don't want it to be obvious that you're wearing bronzer or you know, darkening any tones to your skin. And then one of the most important steps is to blend down your neck. You never want to look like you're wearing a mask. So I'm just taking some more powder there just to kind of blend everything together. Obviously my neck and chest are quite white. And then what I also like to do is just put a little bit more and just do the sides of my nose like this. It kind of contours a bit, slims it slightly, but I just find as much as it's nice to brighten the center of your face, I personally like to have some color around my nose. And on the bottom as well. So that's it for bronzer. Next I'll move on to blush. So my absolute favorite blush right now, actually for the past, pretty much since they came out, my favorite drugstore blushes are the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. And my favorite color is the Rose Champagne one. Like, it's under $5, so. The blush, and then what I like to do is just go back in with that same brush that I used to set the rest of my face and just sort of go underneath the blush and just make sure it's blended. Sometimes I get a little blush crazy and it doesn't always blend the best. So as you can see with these blushes, it almost like highlights your face as well. So I am going to go in with a little bit of a highlighter. This is from Essence. Now this is the Pure Nude highlighter. It doesn't really look too pearlescent, but when you put it on your face, it looks amazing. So I'm going in with a fan brush, tapping it off, and I'm just gonna go here on the tops of my cheeks. I like to go a little bit above my eyebrow, and then a tiny bit. I don't like the tip of my nose highlighted, but I do like the bridge. And a little bit above the lip. Okay, so I did just do my eyebrows off camera. I never know how long it's going to take me, but just so you know, I used the Joe Fresh eyebrow pencil in Taupe. I need to get a new one. This is my absolute favorite eyebrow pencil. It goes on really well, and the color is exactly what I want. It's not too warm or kind of orangey for me. And then on top of that, I went in with the Essence Make Me Brow. I also have the Benefit Gimme Brow. I don't know if I would say it's a dupe. I don't think it lasts quite as long. It's slightly less pigmented. This is in the color, I believe, Taupe, Blondy Brows, sorry. But this is what I've been using to set my brows, and it kind of keeps them in place longer. But then that also makes the hairs that are there darker as well, so it doesn't look, I feel, as fake. And I will, like I said, just go in with that Essence in the Nude Pure Nude highlighter. I'm just going to use my finger for this and just lightly go under my brow just to highlight that. And now we'll move in to eyes. So I'm going in with the Annabelle Kohl eyeliner pencil in white, and I'm just going to line my waterline with this. So that just kind of brightens everything in your eyes, makes them stand out more. I feel like they make mine a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to do a little bit of eyeshadow today, not too much. I'm going to be using the Morphe 12NB palette. So this is what it looks like. This is pretty much my favorite eyeshadow palette that I have right now anyways. It's also my newest one. I'm just going to do a little bit in the crease to darken it up and maybe add a little bit of this orangey shade here. I'm really loving a warm eye right now. So I'm going in with a big fluffy brush and this color here just in the crease. I'm just going to slowly build it up, so very little product to start. So that's about all I want for that color. I don't want it too dark. I did make the outer corners darker and then slowly lighten it up throughout as I got to the center of my eye. I just find it gives more depth. So now I'm going to go in with a bit of a warmer shade. I'm going to use a smaller brush. Go in with this one here. These are the Morphe brushes, by the way, but they don't have any, at least these ones don't have any numbers on me. So again, I'm just going to go in with this orange shade, or orangey shade, but very light-handed because this stuff's very pigmented, and I'm just going to warm up the crease and bring it onto the lid as well. With my finger is go in, I'm going to mix these two shades and just go sort of in the center of my lid and drag it to the middle just to brighten the whole look. And I'm going to go back into just this sort of shimmery gold shade and put it right in my tear duct. And now we're going to go on with mascara. So my favorite mascara, I have two, but the one I'm going to use today is the, what is this? Butterfly Sculpt Mascara. This is by L'Oreal. What I like about this mascara is it kind of tight lines your eye as well. The brush is very different from most mascaras that I have, but it does put a lot of product on the brush, so I tend to wipe some off before I go in. Okay, so my mascara is now on. I used it, that same mascara for both my upper and lower lashes. Because the brush itself is almost like a comb, I find it works amazing to grab each of your lower lashes. I do want to put a little bit of eyeshadow on my lower lash line. Not too drastic, but just enough to kind of pull the whole look together. I'm just going to go in with sort of a little brush like this. And I'm going to go in with this orangish brown shade here. So the last thing I want to do is lips. I'm kind of excited, but a little bit nervous. I bought this ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in 0.0. This is one of Kathleen Light's collaborations. So on her, in all of her videos, I was obsessed with it. I really wanted a brown shade just like this. But when I swatched it on my hand, it looked a lot warmer than I was expecting and a lot more, like it looks like milk chocolate to me. I'm hoping it'll look okay, so I guess we'll find out. I think I will do a lip liner though in sort of a pinky color. Maybe I'll go in with this Exaggerate Rimmel lip liner. Which color is this? Is Epic, just to outline and fill in a tiny bit. And now, I didn't do it perfect, obviously I'm gonna cover it up, but let's see. I really hope I like this. Alright, let's see. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the makeup look. I just need to take my hair out. Not entirely sure, I guess oh my. I'll have to straighten that. And then I'm going to pick up my best friend because it's her birthday. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, if you're interested in seeing any more, please like or subscribe. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next one.